In this unit, we will go over how to brainstorm, gather data, and reflect on our results. Brainstorming is a key part of discovering interests and also a step many often overlook. When brainstorming interests, the goal is to take some time to really think more in depth about what you are actually interested in. This might seem intuitive at first if you already have something you are interested in or an activity you are actively engaged in. However, you might have been interested in a particular activity for a while, but have not had the time to try it out. Or perhaps, like some of my colleagues, you might have not even had the time to think about the things that really interest you or what really makes you happy. In this lesson, we will focus on some of the steps that will help you brainstorm your interests. First, there are no rules for the ideas you come up with during brainstorming. Want to be an astronaut but think it's impossible? Write it down. Want to learn how to play Chopin on piano? Write it down. Seriously, the sky is not the limit, so feel free to think about anything you're interested in. Second, try to think about 5 to 10 things you're interested in, but feel free to add more if you have more than 10 interests. Third, take breaks during brainstorming sessions. You do not have to brainstorm all your ideas in one session. Fourth, spread out all your brainstorming activity into multiple shorter sessions. Fifth, try to think about the things you might want to learn more about. Sixth, try to think about the interests or activities that truly make you happy. Generally, these rules are pretty loose when it comes to brainstorming. You could be interested in attending a selective school, but your passion could be exploring space as an astronaut. Both of these interests are valid and in fact will complement each other, as it is a prerequisite to go to college to become an astronaut. Therefore, you might find it useful to group these interests where your passion of exploring space will lay a foundation for developing your goals later on. After brainstorming, we want to be sure to log all of our interests as well as our thoughts in Excel by making one column for our interests and another for our thoughts or reasons for logging these interests. You might have picked some interests like basketball, for example. Try to think about all the elements of your interests and log it in your spreadsheet. Reflect on your list that you have created. Do some interests hold more weight than others? You might find it difficult, but try to rank your interests from most important to least. Reflect on why some of your interests are more important than others. Once you have collected your thoughts, try to write them down in a couple of paragraphs or so, using a word processor such as Microsoft Word. Which interest is number 1 on your list? What are the reasons for that? What are some of your follow-up interests, and what are the reasons for that? To what extent does your top 5 interests align with your values? Or, to what extent does your top 5 interests align with your passion or fulfills your happiness?